All right, we are finally live. Sorry about that earlier today. We tried to jump on at about 6 o'clock. YouTube was having some technical difficulties with the hangup, but I am so glad that we were able to jump on later tonight. So let's jump right into this. So Tyson Fury says a lot of crazy things, and let's listen to what else that he said. Another one of his crazy quotes here. So all right, let's get into it now. Okay, so with the talk of a lucrative rematch with AJ later for the year, Fury reckons that WBO could punish Ruiz for not taking on the mandatory challenger next. Although in his own mind he's already a world champion after his controversial draw with Deontay Wilder, but the chances of the board making a decision before the weekend are incredibly unlikely. So here's what Fury told the press association. He said, "I'm hearing now that it could be on the line on Saturday night. That's inside information, so maybe I shouldn't have said that. Though I said it now anyway, so maybe it'll be on the line Saturday night. There is a chance, it's highly doable, so I've been told. So maybe it'll be for the WBO championship as well. When you're the lineal champion, that's as big as it gets. Doesn't get any bigger than that. Doesn't matter how many belts the other heavyweights have got. They've got to beat Tyson Fury to be number one. If not, the winner of me and Tom Schwarz will be the mandatory for the WBO because it's the number 3 and the number 2 in the rankings fighting each other. Like Joshua, Fury is expected to earn another comfortable victory in America and extend his unbeaten record." So, that sounds a little far fetched, but I'll tell you one thing that really doesn't sound far fetched. Now, Bob Arum has been talking to Paco um, Verasal, who is the chairman of the WBO, and he's actually named Bob Arum as the mediator to get this Anthony Yard Sergey Kovalev WBO title fight squared away here. So he has a great relationship with the WBO, okay, and a lot of his fighters are WBO champions. You know, um, uh, Terrence Crawford, Solomanchenko, and Alito Alvarez was a WBO champ. Bob Arum signed him before he had a contract with him, and then he ended up losing to Kovalev, so he lost the WBO title. And De La Hoya had a lot of WBO titles when he was with Bob Arum. So Bob Arum has a great relationship with the chairman of the WBO. And we talked earlier today about the rules with the immediate rematch clauses and how it affects the sanctioning bodies. So you will see that all the links are posted here in the description box. I tweeted these out, and none of the sanctioning bodies honor rematch clauses. They don't enforce or they don't abide by rematch clauses. So whatever the sanctioning body wants to do, they can do. They want to order a mandatory. If they want to strip somebody for going into a rematch clause with someone that they don't want to fight, so they don't honor rematch clauses. So what I think could possibly happen here is after Saturday. This is what I believe. I believe after Saturday, we could very well see the winner of Saturday's bout between Tyson Fury and Tom Schwarz become the WBO mandatory. And we could see the WBO strip Andy Ruiz, and we could see Tyson Fury fight somebody for the WBO championship. Maybe even Dillian White for the WBO championship. So that could definitely happen. And again, Bob Arum has been talking to Paco Verasal. He's already been talking to him. He's, like I said, he's the mediator to try to get the Sergey Kovalev Anthony Yard fight taken care of. And so it would be totally realistic and plausible for me to think that maybe he was talking to Paco about getting Tyson Fury a mandatory shot at the WBO title after this fight on Saturday. So this is what I think could be a possibility. I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility that this could happen, and I wouldn't be surprised if that happens. I really wouldn't. So that's the thing. Like, Rafael Dawkins' combat radius is highly unlikely. You don't really, you have no proof to say that, because I just basically, again, you're not listening to what I'm telling you, and obviously you're gonna say it's highly unlikely because you don't want it to be likely. Don't talk about what you want to be likely. Talk about what can be likely. Because I already told you Bob Arum has a very good relationship with the WBO. Just like the PBC people have good relationships with the WBC. That's why Deontay Wilder was never forced to fight a mandatory for almost 2 years. That's the thing. You guys don't understand the power of having a good relationship with the sanctioning body. Bob Arum has had a good relationship with the WBO for a long time. Why do you think the WBO is allowing Bob Arum to be the mediator, for the negotiations between Anthony Yarde and Sergey Kovalev? You have no proof of knowing that. The IBF has already said that they might strip Andrew Ruiz. You have no knowledge of that it's highly unlikely. You have no knowledge of that. That's just your opinion. It's not highly unlikely. It's totally plausible. Why do you think Eddie Hearn's trying to rush this rematch clause? What if the fight doesn't happen in November? What if they can't agree to terms? What if the fight doesn't happen until December or January? Telling you, there's a very good chance that these titles could be stripped from Ruiz. It's a good chance. The IBF's already talked about it. It's already been mentioned. Nothing's highly unlikely. It was highly unlikely that Ruiz would beat Joshua. Why strip him before the rematch? So they can make Tyson Fury the champion. He's connected to Bob Arum. Again, stop being naive. You don't know the politics of the sport. You don't read. Go into the description box and stop being lazy and read the rules that each sanctioning body has. Because you want to be lazy. Let's read the rules here. Let's read the rules. So let's look here. Let's go back to the WBO one here. Here's what the WBO says. Rematch provisions and bout contracts are not binding by the association. That's their rules. They don't have to honor the rematch clause. They don't have to honor it. That's at their discretion if they want to, what they want to do. They can strip anybody. Why would they want to? Because Bob Arum has a good relationship with Paco Varsal, and he's Tyson Fury's promoter. So just like Don King used to position his fighters, his heavyweights, into getting WBC title shots because he had a good relationship with Jose Suleiman back in the day. Bob Arum could do the same thing. Again, these things are totally plausible. They can happen. I'm not saying they're going to happen, but to say it's highly unlikely, we don't know that. We really don't know that. Well, the sport has a lot of behind the scenes things. To be honest, I don't want it to happen. But again, when you got a guy like Bob Arum, who's already been talking to the chairman of the WBO, and then you got Tyson Fury saying this stuff, that means something's going on behind the scenes. I would not be surprised if the WBO stripped Ruiz and Tyson Fury fought for the vacant title. And Frank Warren's got a great relationship with the WBO too. And they both promote Tyson Fury. So at least look at the look at the evidence here. Look at this is totally plausible. That's again, you're not listening. If they strip him before the rematch is signed, are they setting themselves to be up to be sued? No. Who's going to be sued? The sanctioned bodies? No, because it's in their bylaws that they do not honor rematch clauses. They are not bound to rematch clauses. They can enforce, if they want to enforce a mandatory, regardless if the fighter has a rematch clause or not, they can enforce a mandatory. I read you the rules. Don't be lazy, everybody. Go in the description box, open up the links, and read the rules yourselves. I do research when I talk. I have to keep telling you guys every show that I do the research and I get the material before I do these videos. I don't just open my mouth and spout out shit that I want to happen. I spout out the truth. I spout out the truth. No contract for a championship contest shall contain any clause or provision whatsoever guaranteed in any way assuring or promising either contestant a return championship contest where such a clause or provision interferes with the mandatory defense of a title. That's the IBF. That's how they word it. So they do not honor rematch clauses. And, let's go back to 2001 with that Lennox Lewis situation with Hasim Rahman. A lot of these sanctioning bodies have amended a lot of their rules and changed a lot of rules and added rules to their bylaws. So things have changed with these sanctioning bodies. Okay? So I'm just being honest. They don't have to honor the rematch clause, and they can strip Ruiz. That's why Eddie Hearn is trying to move so fast. That's why he's trying to move so fast. I don't think it's highly unlikely. I honestly do not. Because of the politics that goes on behind the scenes between these promoters and these sanctioning bodies, it is absolutely not highly unlikely. I'm not saying it's positively going to happen, but it could happen. The IBF stripped Fury when he was going into his rematch clause with Klitschko because they don't care. They don't care. They want what they want. That was fucked up what they did to Fury, but they did it, didn't they? So who's to say they're not going to do it to Ruiz? I know you guys don't want it to happen, but it could happen. Don't just say it's not going to happen because you don't want it to happen. It could happen. Why would they? Because they won't. Because they can do whatever they want. They got the promoters in their pockets. Thank you, Gem M. Thank you. They stripped Fury. Stop playing. I'm not going to play stupid with you. I'm not going to play the game with you, Raphael. I'm not going to play the game with you, Raphael. The IBF stripped Fury when he was going into his rematch with Klitschko. They stripped him. So I don't want to hear it. Why would they do it? Don't you pay attention? Don't you look at history? You don't look at things that happened in the past. You don't know how this sport is. That's how this sport works. How long have you been watching the sport? You're asking me questions. What they do to Fury? They stripped him, and they're already threatening to strip Ruiz. Do not be surprised if some of those belts. Oh my God, it was before that. I'm not going to argue with you. You're playing dumb. It's cognitive dissonance. You're in denial because you're too biased. You're too fucking biased. Fury got stripped. They had a rematch clause, and they fucking stripped him before the rematch clause. I didn't block Loma King. Who blocked Loma King? Guys, whoever got the wrenches, do not block people. Ask me first if you can block somebody. You can remove comments, but okay, there he is. He's not blocked. Okay. You timed him out. Okay. Don't block him, please. All right, so this could totally happen, man. This can totally happen. They did it to Fury. They could do it to Ruiz. Why? Because again, they Bob Arum could be behind the scenes talking to Varasol, and they could be working on getting Fury a friggin' mandatory title shot. Because Frank Warren and Bob Arum both have great relationships with the WBO. That's why it could happen. So don't let your bias interfere with what could happen. Just like today, I did a video and I talked about Tyson Fury. I love Tyson Fury, but I think Dillian White deserves Dillian White deserves the fight with Wilder before Tyson Fury, because Tyson Fury was already offered it. He turned it down. So now he wants it. Now he wants it when he wants it. Dillian White's been ranked #1 for almost a year and a half, 2 years. So he deserves the shot at Wilder. That's not why. That is not why. Because if he had a failed drug test, they would have canceled the Klitschko rematch. That's bullshit. That is bullshit. You are fucking wrong. That's not why the IBF stripped him. The IBF stripped him because of the mandatory. Stop it. You're lying. You're fucking lying. And you will not get any more fucking respect if you keep lying. That's why Charles Martin and the other fucking Glaskov fought for the vacant title. Because Fury would not fight the mandatory. You are fucking wrong. That's not why. You could laugh. You could play stupid. Cognitive. It's a lie. It's a fucking lie. That's not why. Tell me that's why they stripped him, because of the drug test. Tell me that's why they stripped him. That's a fucking lie. You're a fucking liar. That's not why they stripped him. You're full of shit. Everyone knows it. You're making an ass of yourself in the chat. You don't have proof. You have no links. You have nothing. Do what I do. Put links in the description box. Post me a link that says Fury got stripped because he failed the drug test. You're fucking lying. You're fucking lying. And you're disrespecting the fucking chat. You're disrespecting yourself. You're lying. You have no credibility. You have zero credibility. Zero credibility. Lying like that. Everybody knows that Fury got stripped because he was going to go into the rematch with Klitschko without fighting his mandatory. So all he does is lie, that guy. Cognitive dissonance. That's why a lot of you UK guys get no respect. Get no respect because you lie. You guys are so biased. You say what you want to happen. Things that are true and you don't want them to be true. You use your cognitive dissonance to block them out. You have no proof, no evidence. You provide no links, no quotes, nothing. But you just come up with your conspiracy theories. It says the IBF. Here's something on here saying that the IBF. Here it is. Here it is right here. Let's read it. Let's read the story. Let's read the story here. World heavyweight champion Tyson Fury has been stripped of his IBF title less than 2 weeks after winning it. The Briton had to agree to fight the IBF's mandatory challenger, Vyacheslav Glaskov, but instead will fight Vladimir Klitschko in a rematch. So you made an ass of yourself again. You made an ass of yourself again, Ralphie, because here it is right here. It's written right here. Everybody can read it. It says it right here. World heavyweight champion stripped because he did not fight Glaskov, his mandatory. That's why he was stripped, not because of the drug test. So Ralphie gets caught in another lie, embarrassing himself again. But again, you show them proof, and he'll still deny it and fight it because of the cognitive dissonance. That's why a lot of you guys have no credibility. Yeah, my ex-girlfriend bought this for me. Every time I fucking open up this fucking this fucking tablet, I think of her, man. Kind of corny, but it's true. But anyways, I mean, see, you show these guys links, you show them, you show them actual proof that what you're saying is true, and they still won't believe you. Now, let me ask you guys in the chat. No disrespect to Ralphie. Doesn't he look like an asshole right now? Doesn't he look stupid? Doesn't he look like a fraud? Doesn't he look like a dummy? I hate to call him names, but doesn't he look stupid now because he got exposed? He looks like he looks so dumb now he got exposed. Someone got to give me some super chats now for exposing Ralphie, man. Plus, and for staying on and for hanging around to do the show. Where's the links? Where's the links, Ralphie? I just showed you the link that Tyson Fury got stripped because he didn't fight his mandatory. And he looks dumb a lot because he's dumb. He's a fraud. He's a fucking fraud. He's gonna sit there and lie and make up shit after we pull up the information. Find me one story where it says Tyson Fury got stripped because of his drug tests. Got stripped before all that drug test shit was going on. He had the title for 2 weeks, but they stripped him. No links. No links. You put no links. Where are they? Where are they? I don't see them. I just showed you. Stop it. Everyone's laughing at you. Stop. You're making an ass of yourself. Here it is right here. It's written right here. It's written right here. Read it. What does this say, guys? Can everybody read this? It says he got stripped right here because he didn't fight his mandatory. What does that say? What does that say? Everybody knows it. See it? Here's CNN. This is CNN writing it now. What does it say now? It's on CNN. This is CNN. Here's another. What does it say here? The Briton got stripped because he refused to fight his mandatory challenger. Here's another one right here for you guys. CNN. CNN even wrote a story about it. Right here. But Ralphie's going to lie. No one believes you, Ralphie. Stop. You're just making an ass of yourself. Thank you, brother. Here's a little love from Virginia, says Vassos. There's no links. I can't see them. Does anyone see any links in the chat? There's no links in the chat. Does anyone in this chat believe Ralphie after I just showed you the two links? Does anyone in this chat believe Ralphie? Because Ralphie's trolling like he always does. Ralphie loves to troll. He loves to be shit on. He loves when people shit on him when he trolls. No one believes you, kid. You're full of caca. You're a liar. What's up, Fight Doctor? How you doing, brother? Ralphie's fake news. Okay, Ralphie. So now we can push that aside. So I think Tyson Fury's blowing smoke by saying that this fight with Schwarz is going to be for the title. I think that's just a publicity stunt. But like I said, Bob Arum's relationship, Frank Warren's relationship with the WBO, and Bob's already been talking to Paco Verasal, and he's already going to be working on that rematch. Not that rematch, excuse me. That WBO light heavyweight title fight. He's going to be the mediator for the WBO title fight negotiations between Anthony Yarde and Sergey Kovalev. So, I think Bob Arum could position Tyson Fury to be the next WBO mandatory challenger, and Ruiz could get stripped. We're not even going to talk about it anymore, Ralphie. You made an ass of yourself. No one believes you. I already showed you the links. He got stripped because why he got stripped. Everybody knows it. Beeb's trying to force a narrative. No, I'm not really trying to force a narrative. I mean, people get stripped. I mean, Tyson Fury, he got stripped. Why did Tyson Fury get stripped? Tyson Fury is more popular and a bigger name than Andy Ruiz. So if the IBF could strip Tyson Fury going into a rematch with Klitschko, why would the IBF or why would the WBO not strip Ruiz? I mean, Tyson Fury said these things today for a reason. Now, obviously, he's blowing smoke, but it's over. You've already because the WBO would strip Ruiz so Tyson Fury can get a WBO title shot because Tyson Fury and Frank Warren are very tight with the WBO. That's why. And Tyson Fury already came out and said that this fight could be for the man. He went as far as saying this fight could be for the WBO title, but I think he was just trolling. But he said this fight could be for the mandatory spot in the WBO. So I know what I'm talking about is not out of the realm of possibility. Yes, but once he becomes the mandatory, they could strip Ruiz and they could make him fight someone else for the belts, like they did to Tyson Fury with the IBF. You saw what the IBF did to Tyson Fury. Again, empirical data. Empirical data. Bob Arum is already talking to the WBO right now as we speak. He's been talking to the WBO. Bob Arum is great at positioning his fighters for WBO titles. Terrence Crawford. Vasyl Lomachenko. We're already hearing rumors that the IBF is going to strip him. It could happen. They just come here basically to play devil's advocate, and they just want to be contrarians. No matter what I say, they're going to disagree with it. You're exactly right, Red Glove Militant. You're exactly right, because that's what they do. Pac-Man, Bradley, all have the WBO titles. Why? All his fighters have the WBO titles. Then when he had De La Hoya, what was the first title that De La Hoya fought for in his career? WBO. Right? That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying it's going to happen. I'm saying it could happen. It's very likely that it could happen. And I already read you the sanctioning body's rules here. They don't honor or recognize. They don't honor or recognize. Well, he's ranked number. Schwarz is ranked number 5 by the WBO. He's ranked number 5. No, Floyd. The only WBO title Floyd had was when he fought Pacquiao in the unification fight. That was the only time he had a WBO belt, Floyd. Schwarz is ranked number 5, and Fury's ranked number 2 by the WBO. And Dillian White's ranked number 1. So the WBO could say, well, Dillian White is trying to fight for the WBC title, so let him fight for the WBC title, and we'll elevate the winner of this fight to number 1, making the mandatory. So it is what it is, man. Ralphie, there's 31 people in here. Not one person believes you. Give up. I know. I remember he said that he never got his WBO title. Just give up, Ralphie. Give up. You're embarrassing yourself. Stop. You have no proof that Tyson Fury got stripped for that. Yeah, I don't want to. That's your 2-part documentary. Where's your proof? You have no proof of it. There was never an article or a story or a video or anyone that came out and said Tyson Fury got stripped for that. None of them. You can't prove it. No one believes you, dude. He's like 6'9". He's Takashi 6'9". I'm gonna call Ralphie Takashi from now on. Takashi, what's going on, Takashi? Fucking Takashi. Takashi 6'9". Let's get the likes up. We got 30 people in, and we only got 13 likes. What's going on? Let's get the lights up. Let's get these likes up. So I don't know, man. We'll see what happens, man. I didn't expose Ralphie. He exposed himself. How do I see this fight playing out with Schwarz? I think Tyson Fury stops him in 8 rounds. I think he stops him in 8 rounds. That's what I think. That's what I think. So let me ask you guys a question. Yeah, 8 rounds. Do you think that before this rematch happens between Andy Ruiz and Anthony Joshua, do you think what's your science behind that? Science behind what? What's my science behind what? Oh, the 8 rounds. I just think that Fury's fast with his hands, and I don't think Schwarz. I think Schwarz is kind of slow, and I think Fury will get off first, and I think he'll pot shot him from the outside, and I think he'll wear him down, stop busting him up, and I think eventually the referee is going to step in and stop it. How's the documentary snitching? You're trying to rat the guy out for fucking. You're ratting the guy out for fucking taking drugs, dude. Snitching. Dry snitching on Tyson Fury, man. He may slap you around, man. He may slap you around when he sees you. This freaking trying to snitch on Tyson Fury, man. Telling the cops where the drugs are. Takashi's ratting out Tyson Fury. He's trying to tell the cops where the fucking drugs are. He's a snitch. Takashi's ratting out Tyson Fury. Told the cops that Tyson Fury got drugs in his fucking trunk. He's making fucking documentaries on it. He's making documentaries on fucking Tyson Fury with the fucking stash in the back seat. He's a fucking snitch. He's a fucking informant. Takashi, you're an informant, baby. Took the plea. He took the plea. Takashi took the plea. Telling on Tyson Fury. We find out Eddie Hearn got to you, Takashi. Told you to rat on Tyson Fury. I like Breedis in that fight. Do I believe the true heavyweight champion is Tyson Fury because he didn't lose his belts to another fighter? He lost them due to inactivity. Well, to be fair, I mean, he was out for a while, and obviously the titles had to be vacant. And AJ did win them fair and square, but Charles Martin. I always thought Tyson Fury was still the best fighter in the division. Can he lay claim to still being the champ after he allowed himself to get stripped of him? I don't know, man. I guess technically he can call himself lineal champ, but how much regard do people give the lineal champion? You know what I mean? That's the thing. I mean, Tyson beat the real heavyweight. He beat the man who beat the man. But, and AJ picked up a couple vacant titles. He picked up the WBA title from Klitschko, was vacant. WBO, I mean, Parker was okay, but he should have probably lost to fucking Ruiz. I thought he lost that fight to Ruiz. Um, I mean, I think Tyson Fury had more credibility as champion than Anthony Joshua did, in my opinion, because he beat a guy that was undefeated for 10 years and had all the belts. He didn't beat somebody who picked up the vacant title after the guy like friggin' like Charles Martin was probably gonna lose that fight. But who was it? Gowaki? He fuck was it Glass? No, it was Glaskov. Glaskov ended up hurting his fucking knee and he couldn't continue. So I mean, no disrespect to Charles Martin, but I don't know. He's not a Klitschko. Joseph Parker, I thought he lost to Andrew Ruiz, so I don't know. No, I don't think they should lose credibility for winning vacant titles. But if they're winning a vacant title over a guy who's really not the top fighter or not the best fighter in the division, then that's different. You know what I'm saying? Like Charles Martin, that was no disrespect to him, but I mean, was he a real heavyweight champion? You know what I mean? That's no disrespect to him, but who could who could Charles Martin beat? Who name a top heavyweight right now that Charles Martin can beat? Name somebody. I'm not talking to you. I'm not talking to you, Ralphie. I'm not getting an argument with you, Ralphie. I mean Takashi. I'm not getting an argument with you, Takashi. You probably have my phone bugged right now. You probably got a line. You probably got a line. You probably got my like a line to the cops. You got me bugged. You're probably wearing. Are you wearing a wire? Are you wearing a wire, Takashi? Are you taping this hangout right now? You gonna send it to the feds? Are you wearing a wire, Takashi? Guys, you think Takashi in the chat's wearing a wire? You think he's gonna rat us out? Yeah. So do you guys think that Fury's gonna knock out Schwartz, or do you think it's gonna go to the decision? You think this is gonna be a good fight on Saturday? Be careful, Red Glove Militant. Takashi got a wire on him. Yeah, that's what I said. I thought Parker lost to Ruiz. I saw that fight. I thought Ruiz won that fight. Yeah, I think Fury's gonna stop him. I'll say one thing: Fury looks really good. He looks like a really good. He looks lean. He looks like a phenomenal. I'm curious to see what he's gonna weigh in at. I bet you he weighs in. I bet you Fury weighs in under 250 pounds. I bet you he weighs in at like 247. Yeah, I think it's gonna be a TKO too. I know. Ever since I had 78 on this, ever since I had 78 on the show, Takashi called the feds and he ratted me out, man. Yeah, I'm dying to see this. I'm dying to see this version versus Wilder too. I don't know, man. Like AJ versus Ruiz, I still think AJ could do a lot better, man. It's going to be a tough fight for Ruiz in the rematch. I don't think it's easy. I don't think it's going to be an easy fight for Ruiz. Everyone thinks Ruiz is going to do the same thing to AJ. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. You guys think who's going to win the rematch between Joshua and Ruiz, guys? What do you think? What do you think, guys? I mean, AJ got a better jab than what he showed, man. He had a better jab than what he showed in the first fight. Definitely. Definitely got a better jab. Wow, everyone's picking Ruiz. We got 1, 2, 3, 4 Ruizes, 5 Ruizes, 1 AJ. What else? Takashi, I'm telling you, you ratted us out to the feds, man. Ruiz. AJ lost his soul stone. Dr. Mofongo. Yeah. AJ by decision. Got a lot of Ruizes in here. Wow. Takashi, don't rat me out to the feds now. Got a wire. Takashi got a wire, man. Trying to make documentaries, making tapes for the feds about Tyson Fury so he could turn Tyson Fury in for drugs. H money. H money says Usyk will knock out AJ. You know, Joshua is very vulnerable when he gets hit on the top of that head, though, that temple area. I swear to God. He really is. Oh, did you see my video? Oh, talk to Mofongo. Go to my video. Go watch my video about that today. Bob Arum was talking about that. I forget what the title of that video was. Let me see what the title of that video is. But go watch that video. It's really good. It's Bob Arum says the WBC wants Wilder Fury 2. Dillian White's time has passed. Yeah, so there's no way that Eddie can win a lawsuit against the WBC. Thank you, H Money. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Let me tell you something. I think Brian Jennings beats Joe Joyce. I think he outboxes him. I think he goes in and out on him. I think his jab is going to be on point. Yeah, that's good. I bring up some really good points in that video. Once again, I did my homework before I did that video too. Read the sanctioning body rules and everything. Tell you, these sanctioning bodies are very slick. When they put like the rules in their bylaws, at the end of every rule they put at their discretion. At their discretion. You know? Thank you. Thank you, brother. Have a good night. Thank you. Usyk will beat Joe. I wouldn't doubt it. So I'm saying Bob is a lawyer. He knows. Bob's a lawyer. You can't fuck with Bob. Bob's been around for like 45 years, man. How can anyone think they're going to fuck with Bob? Bob wasn't just a lawyer. He was a federal lawyer. Okay? Thank you, Sam. I appreciate that. Bob worked for the government. At heavyweight? Oh, I don't know, man. I don't know. What's going on? How you doing, Box with Straight Right? What's going on? I don't know how I rank him at heavyweight, though. I got to at least see one fight at heavyweight before I say anything, H Money, to be honest. He was fucking a bad motherfucker at cruiserweight. This is my opinion on Wilder. Obviously, he's not a slick fighter. He's not a Tyson Fury. I think he's got a great jab. Obviously, got a great right hand. People think that he can't box or can't fight at all. And he does get wild. He does do things very unorthodox. But the thing about Wilder is when he wants to really get technical and throw a nice 1-2, he can, he can do it. Like look at all the times he landed that right hand and knocked guys out. It wasn't from a windmill punch. It was because he set that right hand up beautifully. He blinds you with the jab. He gets you, when he's in close. And he can loop it. He can shorten it up. He can corkscrew it when he has to. So is he a technical genius? Absolutely not. But there is a method to his madness. He's not just like some whirling dervish in there that doesn't know how to fight. You know, he go watch him in the first fight with Stavern. That when he won the title, he boxed very well in that fight. He boxed very well in that fight. And when he gets hurt, he has good survival instincts, survival skills. He knows how to hold on, freeze the action. You know, he's got great stamina. But, you know, the one thing about Wilder is he's got that street fighter's mentality. Like, he's got that killer be killed. Like, he's a killer in there. He's a killer in there. Like, there's no, like, he doesn't give a fuck. Like, he goes in there with a mean streak and a chip on his shoulder, you know? So, I don't know. Yeah, exactly. Wilder's limited technically, but not as bad as people make it seem. He has heart, granite chin, and no one, and one punch power that can end it. Yeah. He's got great recovery time. He's in phenomenal shape. The thing about Wilder is he's got those long muscles, those long swimmer type muscles. So he's got a lot of fast twitch muscle fibers, but he's got a lot of slow twitch muscle fibers. Usually guys that are power punches like Tommy Hearns and stuff like that, they're usually not durable. They don't have a lot of stamina and stuff. But Wilder's got stamina. Like he can take a punch, and he can carry his power late into the fight. He's dangerous until that final bell because he's in such great shape. So I'm never going to sit here and say that Wilder is a technical genius, but he can box better than people give him credit for. I think Fury beats him. I think Fury beats him though in the rematch. Fury's an awesome boxer. I think Fury's the best. I thought Fury won that. Well, he's never been dropped as a pro, though. I think he's been dropped as an amateur, but never as a pro. Usyk beat Joe Joyce in the World Boxing Super Series. Yeah, I think Fury's the best. I think he's head and shoulders. What's up, Earthquake? How you doing, brother? Yeah, I think he's head and shoulders above the rest. I tried to jump on at 6, but the freaking hangouts were down. Couldn't get on. I was so fucking angry. But I had to get this video in. Definitely had to get this video in. Oh, yeah, I agree, Dr. Mafongo. Is Usyk a better boxer than Tyson Fury? I'm gonna say no. No. In my opinion, no. It's debatable. It's debatable and arguable, but I say no. For Tyson Fury to be able to do what he does at 6'9", like look how slick Tyson Fury is. Look how he slips punches, his head movements. No. The links are in the description box to the article what Fury said. But I have a sneaky suspicion the winner of this fight is going to be the WBO mandatory, Earthquake. And I think I wouldn't be surprised if the WBO stripped Ruiz and let Fury fight for the title against someone. I mean, Usyk did a good job at cruiserweight. I don't know how he's going to do at heavyweight yet. I'm not going to say anything about him. Like people are already assuming he's going to be awesome at heavyweight without even seeing him fight yet. So. Well, I mean, what can I tell you? I don't even think Tyson Fury's on the pound-for-pound list, is he? That doesn't mean Usyk could be. So would you pick Usyk to beat Tyson Fury in a fight right now? In a boxing match? H money? Without even seeing him fight at heavyweight yet? Who would you pick? Okay. I'd love to pie bet you. Each money. He's a trip. A lot of people don't like Tyson Fury's style, but I like Tyson Fury, man. Wilder's definitely the most exciting fighter in the division, though. There's no question about that. When did Usyk beat Joe Joyce? When did Usyk beat Joe Joyce? I never seen that. I'll Google that. Not used to doing hangouts this late, man. Fucking YouTube be fucking up sometimes. Oh, and the amateurs? Okay. I wouldn't be surprised. Oh, he'd be a minute. Oh, no. Okay. Yeah, post the link. I can Google it too. I can. Is it on YouTube? Probably on YouTube somewhere, right? I mean, they got Wilder. They got Wilder being knocked out by a Russian dude in the amateurs. So they probably have that too. That was a vicious knockout too. Is Tyson Fury chinny? I don't. I don't think so. He got up from that fucking. The only guy that I ever seen get up from a right hand from Wilder like that, and continue to fight on and win the round. So no, I don't think he's chinny. Not at all. I mean, if you go down, you go down. But if you can get up, that's all that matters, right? Get back up and fight hard. And we'll see. We'll find out Saturday if he did. Definitely find out Saturday if he did. Be interesting to see that. Post-traumatic stress. That's funny. So we're gonna be doing a live cast for that Fury fight too. For you guys that don't have ESPN Plus. I like doing those live casts. You guys like those live casts? Those are pretty fun. Those are pretty fun. That was crazy. That was crazy for that Joshua Ruiz fight, man. That was nuts. That couldn't have ended a better way, man. Doing a live cast and seeing that happen live like that. I'll do them. I'll definitely do them. Yeah, I don't think Fury's chinny. We were screaming like nuts, huh? Remember that? We were fucking going bananas. That was crazy. Fight doctor, Joshua's all done. No shot in the rematch, fight doctor. No shot. He's all done. Only like 2 people picked Joshua to win the rematch in the chat tonight. Thumbs up, people. Thumbs up. Let me see how many thumbs up. We got 21 thumbs up. We got 31 people in there. Let's get 31 likes. Come on. Let's get 31 likes. Let's get 31 likes. Oh, you picked Joshua for the rematch too? Oh, Takashi's getting torn apart in the chat, man. Takashi's getting slammed in the chat tonight. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Like, because Ruiz is like getting all this love right now, and he can get or unless he pulls a Buster Douglas. Takashi's calling me a sheep now. Wow. Takashi rats on people to the feds, and he's dissing people in the chat. You ratted out Tyson Fury. You sent the tape of Tyson Fury. You made a video of you made a documentary of Tyson Fury, Takashi, and you sent it to the feds. And you taking shots. No, I just do Google Hangout. We do on the Sunday show we use Blog Talk, and we use that was the other thing we use. We use a couple things for Sunday show. We use a couple things for Sunday show. We use what the fuck do we use? I know we use Blog Talk, and then we use something else so we can put it on iTunes too. Who wins, AJ or Ruiz? I don't know, man. Can I be honest with you? I was thinking Ruiz is going to win the rematch, but I kind of got a feeling AJ is going to win the rematch. I don't know why. I'm probably going to flip back and forth. I'm going to flip back and forth. I got to see how AJ looks like, in the training and everything, like when they, how he looks. Got to see how he I don't know. I just got to see how he looks during the pre-fight week and everything, and training, and see how, if I see black eyes and stuff on him again, then I'm going to be skeptical in the rematch. So we'll see what happens. I don't know what happened in that camp, but I don't know. Something was off. Something was definitely off. And I'm also thinking that it wasn't the greatest camp in the world. So I don't know. I don't think AJ is a quitter. I just think his body shut down on him. He got hit in that one spot, and his body never recovered from it. Never got his legs back. Yeah, that's Fight Doctor says Ruiz is probably in Mexico right now, having the time of his life. He's getting carte blanche from all the best, highest priced professionals south of the border. Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see. I just hope he doesn't turn into like do what Buster Douglas did. Yeah, he's Takashi. He's Takashi. He ratted out Fury, man. Said Fury had a freaking 8-ball in his trunk. Talking shit about Fury because Fury did a little freaking coke. Yeah. I don't know, man, because think about it. He had a fight with Dimitrenko, and he stayed in training camp because he got the Joshua fight, and then he came in 8 pounds heavier for the Joshua fight. So now he must, now he's sleeping in silk sheets now. So yeah, I already know he took that. I already know he did cocaine. I already know he did friggin' nandrolone. I already know all that shit, but that's not why he got stripped of the title. That's not why he got stripped of the title. He got suspended after the rematch. After he pulled out of the rematch, he got suspended. But then he appealed and he won. Douglas was only winning that fight 1 out of 10. And it ain't happened to be that night. Yeah. Ruiz used to weigh 300, though. He was bigger early in his career. He says he wants to come in at about 240. Let's see. I'm curious to see what happened. I'm curious to see what both guys look like coming into the rematch. I wonder if there's going to be a lot of changes made. I bet you Joshua comes in lighter. I bet you Joshua comes in lighter. He said Takashi, why you have no eyebrows? That's funny. Takashi, why you got no eyebrows? Let's pull up Ruiz's box rec and let's look at the heaviest he ever was for a fight. I'm curious to see what the heaviest what he ever was for a fight. Went to meet the president of Mexico. Okay. Oh, I thought I was logged in here. Gotta log in to get the weights. Okay. Let's see. Let's see the heaviest he was. Oh wow, he was like 248 when he fought Ray Austin. When he fought Joseph Parker, he was 255. When he fought Kevin Johnson, he was 252. So he's been in the 40s before. Wow, 272 versus Kevin Lomas. 246. 270. Wow, he was 297 and a half in his pro debut. Then he was 292. Then he went from 292 to 250. Then he went back up to 270. So the lightest he was ever was 246. And the heaviest he was 292. That's crazy. That is crazy. The big fucking dude. I don't even think he's 6'2". I think he's like 6 feet. You're only 175, Georgie? I'm like 6'1" right now. I'm actually light right now for me. I'm like 193. 170. You don't eat that much, Georgie. If you're only 175, man, shit. Small, you're a thin dude. Probably he just eats. He says he eats a lot of junk food. So, oh, you don't eat the red meat, Georgie. But you used to be heavier than that, right, Georgie? You used to be like, how much you used to weigh before? Didn't you lose a lot of weight? I thought you used to weigh more than that. All right, guys. I think I'm gonna wrap this up. It's getting kind of late. I gotta jump in the shower. Oh, you used to weigh 225, Georgie? Wow. Jesus. Wow. Good for you, man. You work out, Georgie? Or you just cut back on the food? Wow. Good for you, Georgie. That's fucking good. All right, guys. Like I said, I'm gonna wrap this up and jump in the shower. Oh, running? Okay. 50-pound drop, yeah. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining in. Thank you for the super chats. Hit that like button on the way out. And I'll probably be doing some more videos this week, but we're gonna be doing like a live fight cast for Fury versus Schwartz. So stay tuned for that. Make sure you check that out. And as always, make sure you check out the Sunday show, 7 p.m. Eastern time, every Sunday night. And no problem, Georgie. And click the link for Mega Fit Meals and click the link for the Ringside Reporter t-shirt. And we're going to be out. Thank you so much. Have a great night, everyone. Take care.